Hello there everyone, it is TIJ Gaming and welcome to part 21 of our Neil Robertson pro career on Snooker 19 and part 2 of our match against Ken Doherty in the first round of the World Snooker International Championship held in China. Now, to see part 1 of this match, I recommend you go and watch yesterday's episode, which was part 20. For those of you who have already seen it, you will know we are tied at a frame each, and today we will see the climax of that match. So, at the start of today's episode, we head straight into frame 3. Again, usually on most videos, I would play a match per episode with this 5 frame length. It just was the case that the 2 frames were quite long, they were quite drawn out in terms of safety battles. So I did think, yeah, we'll do 2 episodes on this one and have a little bit of a climax in today's episode. So, no handshakes, none of that, so it is going to be us to break, where I'm just going to consult my glass of squash. Nice little drink before the start. And it is us to break in this third frame. Where's the cue ball going? Where's the cue ball? We're okay. And that's not worked out badly at all. Good start. Decent safety from Ken, but also where's the cue ball? Well, again, both of us getting away with it, but has he got away with the safety? I think he has. Well, whether that's luck or not, that's an interesting safety, because now we're going to have to open up the reds a little bit more, and of course play with a little bit of angle, just in the case we don't want to hit the reds on the way back up. But that's a little bit hard. Could have done with perhaps a kiss on the yellow. Are we still safe? I don't think we are now. I think there's a way through to one of these reds.
This is tough.
And there is. It's a tough shot though.
Impressive.
But Ken Doherty has potted it, and he's got the upper hand at the start of this third frame. Pink there as well, and yeah, he's going for it here. Of course, we've led since the first frame. It would be a killer for us if Ken won this one, but he had an awkward contact with the black, so that should be end of break at this point. But it all depends on the kind of safety he plays. Very peculiar shot there. He hit the pink, but went straight into the pack of reds, and you might argue that it wasn't so peculiar, because in fact I think he's got safe. There's nothing there that goes, so yeah, he's got safe there, so nothing peculiar about that shot, I suppose. Let's see if we can play any sort of safety on this. But I don't really think we can on that red, so play a 2 cushion safety, or just is it worth it? I think we can be alright if we hit it off this cushion. Oh dear, that was a clanger, wasn't it? Absolute clanger. I didn't quite think it would come off the cushion in that way. And Ken's back in again. Really not the best start for us in this frame. Don't know what's happened. And Ken Doherty's in here. Another red. Out of position though once again. Again, not the best start for Ken really, positionally. Okay, he can get to one of the bulk colours. But will he pot it? It looks good. It's whether it was going to reach or not, and it does. There's a few options for reds on here. This is a long pot. But he's missed it. Well, and that kiss on the black and the kiss on the red, just to slow the cue ball down, might just have put him safe. But has it? There's a long pot on this red. And seeing as we're a little bit behind and not going for anything though, we might as well go for something a bit ambitious.
Half a chance here.
And it's there. What a pot. We break the reds away, but where's the cue ball going? It's fine, we're safe. But a good break on the reds. Blue doesn't quite go, so we're going to have to take the yellow here. Not the worst thing in the world, can certainly deal with that. But it's not the easiest of pots. Might miss this. But no, it's there, it's fine. Can this be the start of a winning break? Certainly an angle on this red, isn't there?
He fancies this red.
Yep, it's there. No problem with that. This could be nicely on the pink. But will it make it? I don't think we can get past to it now. No, we can, but we can't get to the pot, so it's going to have to be the green. It's a little bit unfortunate, isn't it? But, you know, we stay on the table. I'll certainly take that every day of the week. Straight pot here. Try and get on one of the black or the pink, but has it worked out? Not particularly. Again, it would be a tight pot on the pink. But it might be the best one to take on here. Really not one I'm a fan of on this game, I have to say. So I think, in light of that, we're going to go with the yellow. Not the best break building skills on show here. But we're always good at those long yellows, no real problem with that. And again, we're back on position, which is fine.
10.
You know, you could say, well, it seems a bit stupid not to go for that shot. But actually, in my opinion, I think that it's better to go for something like that than to, in effect, lose position. Or miss the pot. So that's a red. How we looking? We're decent on the black this time. That's good.
For a colour.
11.
Might try and make contact with this bunch of reds here. That'd be very hard, wouldn't it? So I think this will go, so we're fine. We don't need to worry about power so much. Yep, it's there. And how have we got on? Oh, that's unlucky.
18.
That is unlucky, isn't it? How unlucky is it, though? Can we get to this middle pocket with this red? No, we can't. That's not surprising, I have to say. Well, it's not touching ball, is it? So we won't get charged for a push shot there. But because of so close the red was to being in position there, of course he's got it. And that was a bit of a mishap there, wasn't it? Didn't think that through.
8.
I have to say, both players have made quite a few mistakes at the start of this frame, and that is another clanger from Ken Doherty.
No, not this time.
Certainly not, well, certainly yet, no. I can't even commentate, this just proves how dreadful I am. Certainly a no, not this time from Ken. But that's fine, that'll do. That kiss on the red's not really been great.
1.
Blue ball's going to be the best we can do here. But we certainly won't decline that. Be quite happy with that.
Just wants to sink this into the left corner pocket.
I think this frame might well be down to who makes the least amount of mistakes.
Great queuing.
It's not been that type of match where it's been, right, you know, someone wins in one visit.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
But this might be the visit where we secure the frame.
Really impressive queuing.
7.
Now, how are we looking with this position? Is there a way through to this red? There is. But the pink, it will not bypass the pink. So, it's a very tricky angle on a red into the middle, and we do leave ourselves open if we miss this.
He's lining this up into the right middle pocket.
Looks half decent. It's there. Good pot. And now we're on the black. Not perfect, but we'll certainly take that. Goodness me, we will. It's all about a bit of luck sometimes.
Loose shot.
And yes, we're a little bit out of position, but we can move. Well, I thought this would be easier. We can put the red into the middle. I did think it'd be a bit easier than this. This could be way off. Oh, no, just overcompensated a little bit, but it's there. Well. Oh. We got the pot. But I was thinking we'll be okay because we'll get position on the pink at least. Now we're just going to try and back onto this cushion. Just in case the black doesn't go as planned. Goodness me, that was tight though. Didn't think we got away with it.
But a half chance.
Okay, this looks decent. Is it going to go? It's there. What a pot. We just covered in case we didn't pot it. Now we leave an equally hard pot. Purely because we didn't want to give Ken anything easy if he came back to the table. How's this one looking? We get 2 out of 2. Doesn't look good, so good, but we could be lucky, and that is a cracking pot. Well, we're not doing too badly here, are we?
Ideal position.
29.
But I have to say, I don't know how we're going to do this now. Okay, we take the yellow. That just gives us points here. We're not really looking at anything else, I have to say. We're going to hit it as hard as we can, really, just in the hope that it will miraculously bounce off some cushions and into the path of the 2 reds that are still there.
Not sure what happened there.
But I suppose we can play some sort of safety. Again, we've done well considering our positional play to get where we were in this break. So I think we're just going to play up to this red. Ooh, too hard. Too hard. Might be lucky. Now it's just whether he can get something out of this with how tight it is to the cushion. That was too hard though.
Challenging shot along the cushion.
Think he should be fine. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yes, what a pot.
It was very tight to the cushion, but we got that one wrong. But we just got to hope he makes another mistake. With the position of that red though, I don't see it. Long way to go though. Black's not a conclusive pot.
Well,
Oh, he's missed the black. Well, with 27 to go, we're 18 ahead. But he's not put this yellow in a nice position for us. Sorry, 18 ahead, 20 ahead. Well, we're just going to hit this straight. Now, if there's any problem with that. Oh dear, that's a clanger. I thought it would have just rested up to the cushion. But that's something we've got to learn in playing safety, but luckily we've got away with it. However, have we? We got away with it in the pot, but not in terms of a snooker. And that is way too far to be able to try and swerve this. So it's going to have to come off a cushion, and as we all know, my abilities at getting out of snookers are, well, let's say interesting. And with a pink so close here, it makes it very hard. Just play it straight. We don't want any fancy spin or anything like that. We've hit the yellow, no problem with that. And to be fair, that's not bad.
Well, he's left half a chance.
I think he's going to play a safety there. Yeah. Can he get another snooker? No, he doesn't.
The cue ball looks pretty safe here. Pace is very important here.
Oh, the good old classic double.
Wow.
He really won't be happy about that. And playing that fancy, I'd love to take this green now and take the frame. I really liked that pot. I didn't want to say anything in case I looked stupid and we didn't pop the yellow. But the green's now there. And I think we can be forgiven for our past misdemeanours. And that was a nice double. That's a good shot. Got the brown. Again, I'll play things differently to other people. People like to have a position on the middle pocket for the blue, but sometimes I prefer to pot it into the top. I mean, it's not perfect by any means. It's really not that position, so you know, there's a larger margin for error. That's why I'm not a professional, and that's just been proven. But No, I'm not going to use the excuse we weren't focusing, because we were trying to get that into the pocket. But he's a long way back now. He is how many points back? He's 29 behind, 18 remaining on the table, and he is going to concede the frame. But I think what we need in this fourth frame, if we are going to win it, is to make sure that we're a bit more consistent, get a decent break going, and win the frame with some superiority, because so far, and particularly in that last frame, we were quite poor. But Ken's left quite a few long reds at the start of this frame, so that's not the best start for him at all.
He'll play this with plenty of power.
And that's a good start to the frame, the reds there. Really like on this new update how they've improved the sound just to make the contact between the balls sound really nice. Now, the blue will go here, won't it? It will.
Lining the blue ball up here.
Looks good to me. It's there. Good pot.
What a fabulous pot that is.
Now, can we get past the pink to this red? We absolutely can.
What can he do here?
Oh, hang on. Can we? Oh, saying well, we absolutely can. But can we? Wow. I'll have to play with a little bit of side here. But even then, it's not really going to help. We've got to hope we're in the luck of the gods. We can't dismiss this chance, but to be fair, no, we can't take that chance on.
Well, he's taking
It's a harder pot, but we're just going to have to try and go round here. And try and pop this red. And we've missed it. Well, that was gutting. Didn't quite get the angle we wanted. It was millimetres off, not being able to make that easy red. And now Ken's in position because of that missed pot. We had to play it with some power to get in and behind the black. But sometimes those just go amiss. And this proves, you know, against the bigger players. We've said this time and time again, but we can't have excuses all the time. Against the bigger ranked players, they'll punish you massively for this. I'm not sure Ken's going to make a century, but your top 16 could quite easily. And there you go. Ken's missed already. Doesn't leave anything easy, but naturally he wouldn't. Do fancy this red into the middle, though. And I fancy wrong. I said that we needed to play better in this frame. All we've done is fluff chances so far. I mean, granted they're not the easiest, so we can be forgiven, but the issue is in fluffing those chances we don't provide any safety. But then it's a tricky one, isn't it? You don't want to make things so hard for yourself, because if you pot them, then it's all well no position. But if you miss them, you know, you give someone else position. But Ken's not doing badly here. And we'll have to see if he levels things up, but that's a bad shot. Unlucky, you could say. The black isn't going to go here. Just a safety. Unless he got safety. But we could try and nudge that. We could try and nudge this in as a bit of a shot to nothing, actually. Yeah. Well, that was nowhere near, was it? Goodness me. And we're not safe again. We're not playing good. We're really not playing well today. But he's gone for the safety. Whether he couldn't quite make that red is an interesting one, but goodness me, this is tight. So it's going to have to be a safety here. And there's not much so it's going to have to go into this pack quite thick, really. Certainly thicker than we'd like to. And that definitely separates the reds. But we're just hoping we can get some safety up in bulk. And as far as this red's travelled, that ain't going to happen. Only the one option, but he might take this. A lot of right-hand side, but he's missed it. Well, we are definitely getting lucky here. As I've said before, against a bigger opponent, against someone better, we would really be punished for this. But we're not being punished, so what's the point in gloating about worrying about it? Again, I know we have to improve our play into the future, but getting lucky isn't something to moan about. Just highlights how into the future we might want to consider our play. Now this looks like a pretty straight pot, but it's all but that really. It's a very hard one to pull off, but it's there. Now we need this to be millimetre perfect, I would say, to get an angle on one of these reds. And would you look at it, we've got an angle on a few of these, but as you can see, it's certainly not by much.
He'll want to get this cue ball close to the cushion.
We'll take that.
He's fortunate there.
6.
Fortunate? What do you mean fortunate? I mean, granted, we've lost position. We can get the green.
This is no gimme.
And that's
What
middled.
a
Good
shot
pot.
that is.
Funnily enough, our long pots are fun. I think just what needs to be improved is our positional play. I think our potting play is pretty good now. There's not much wrong in that area. Just our positional play,
This into the right.
which I try and work on. And I think a degree of that is definitely down to luck. But sometimes it's a bit more than that. You know, we need to screw back a bit more there, but at least this time we are on the pink.
He's aiming to sink this into the right corner.
All about whether it interacts. Yeah, that's a good pot. It was all about how that one made contact with the jaws. That red won't go to the middle, so there's no second option there. So it's going to have to be this red.
He just wants to ensure he gets this cue ball tight to the cushion.
And there we go, good pot. Now we can play pink to
I
middle.
wasn't expecting that. It looks safe from here.
He wasn't expecting that, was he? Oh, it wasn't that hard. Some of the commentary on this game is, well, questionable.
He'll be conscious of not overhitting this. Pace is
Yeah, we
big.
need to hit it a little bit harder than that. How have we missed that? I think it, honestly, I don't know why I play with spin sometimes. I think that I adjust it slightly, don't check that it's going to go in, because that was a straight pot.
Not really.
There was no way we could have missed that, even if we tried.
Robertson, 7.
But it's just that case of rushing. I think it's when you get into a rhythm, you think, yeah, we'll pot this, it's fine. But this could really give the frame away. We were getting to a good rhythm, but no. Ken's missed again.
1.
And he's really not been in best form this frame.
Well, he's looking at
This is a
popping
trickier
this
one than
into
it
the right
seems.
corner pocket.
But it's there. Again, maybe a bit of a slice of luck. Determine what that was down to yourselves.
1.
I think we can get through to the black. We absolutely can.
So, this pot into the right corner.
Black's there, good pot.
Excellent pot.
Aiming on being on that red right by the cushion. And there shouldn't be any problem with that. Of course, the black spot's taken by the red, so it just means that things are made a little bit less tight. And we'll pop this black here. Again, there's a good angle for it into the middle, which we'll certainly take. Right, let's check this time. Just trying to get a little bit of side on it, but it's not quite playing ball how I'd like. But that's fine to me. That looks absolutely fine.
He needs to be
Potting
wary
wise.
of hitting this.
Pace might be the only problem. Surely not. We do this not often.
Yeah, it's failed.
But when we're just trying to be precise. I mean, that was precise for once. We'd got precise position. But if you don't prop the previous ball, you can't play on.
Control of the
Has he snookered himself? Has he snookered himself? I think he has.
Be careful with the pace of this shot.
But we do this ever so often. We don't quite hit something as hard as we need to. That's unfortunate.
1.
But, well... Again, if we'd have potted that black and a few more reds, we would have been, you know, the frame would have been over. And I think we haven't really played that with enough power there. It's so tricky. I think it's so tricky to gauge the speed of the table still on this game. With the percentage markers, I just think it's so tight. But he's going to go for the pot here. He's missed it though. And where's the cue ball? Well, it's got away with that. And it's going to be a safety for us here. Bit of a shot to nothing as well. But no, that should be fine if we get it up the table. It's up the table. Should be close to the cushion. Haven't quite got the snooker, but this should be okay. Not the highest scoring frame, it's fair to say. But that's a very impressive red. Well, fair play to him. I skipped that because I didn't quite think he'd make it. But if he now pots everything else on the table, of course he wins the frame. But he's potted the green. I'm not really sure what he was trying to get at there with the yellow. A bottom pocket. Well, this could be a cracker if he gets it in, and that's accurate. That's fantastic. The Darden of Dublin, Crafty Ken, whatever you want to call him. That was very crafty, but that's not so crafty. He's missed that. Well, that could be Ken's last shot of the tournament. Let's make sure it is.
This looks relatively
He'll be kicking himself over that. Absolutely kicking himself.
3.
Not our place to be concerned though.
This looks relatively straightforward.
Granted, no position on that,
That's
but
not ideal. He's not
it was going to be tricky to get position on it, in my opinion.
7.
No fancy double here just because of the point situation, and I think that's fair. But that's about as safe as it could be.
Neil Robertson, 7.
Is he going to try and get the snooker here? Has he got it? Not quite. And with this blue,
This safety would be
barring snookers, all that Ken would do is force a respot. The blue looks good. The blue looks very good and it's there. And there's good position on the pink. This pink
5.
would finish Ken Doherty off. We haven't played the best today, but this would finish him off.
Important pot here.
And it's there. Where's the cue ball though? Where's the cue ball going? Oh my
Points could make
goodness me.
Foul.
Oh, what a
Neil
clanger.
Robertson, 5.
What a clanger.
Doherty, 6.
He'll be hoping
Well, the pink's re-spotted. He's potted that pink. And it's an easy black.
fabulous pot.
It's going to go down to a decider.
6.
That is wretched. That is horrible.
13. And the
Well, we've made plenty of mistakes. But goodness me, that goes up there as one of the worst.
so. One frame for victory. Let's see how these players approach this frame.
Yes, this
We're
is
never
a
good
great
at these
opportunity
deciders.
to close out the match.
I think our record is... I'd say we've pretty much lost each of them. And oh dear, that goes down with the worst in terms of mistakes, but it was unfortunate, I think, more than anything.
He needs to be
Ken was
careful
out.
of not
That was
losing
it.
this.
But he's been given a lifeline. But is this a lifeline for us? He's split the reds and allowed us to have a pot on here.
Well, that's not worked out quite as he intended it to. Playing this
No, it's not quite worked out, has it, for Ken? That's a good red to start us off. The black comes, funnily enough, with the red as well.
1.
And we can try and put this into the middle pocket. We'll take this. Good pot on the black. The 147's on. No, I'm getting too cocky.
8.
These aren't easy. We've missed these sorts of shots before. But that's there. No problems with that one.
9.
Now, we want to be, with this shot, we're going to go for the blue, obviously. But in position, now we want to be just slightly above where we are. It's our position on a red. 62 is the number I'm feeling, for
Well,
some
no
odd
surprises
reason.
here with the long pot attempt.
63 is the number that's actually there. And that, if that pulls up, is nicely on a red. Good stuff.
14.
Yeah, brill. Not really going to do anything to get on the black here. But the red really in this situation is all that matters. And we can get back to the blue, so there's no problem with that.
15.
And if we screw back to a position similar to where we are now, which we can't, unfortunately, really, unless we start playing with side. And that hasn't ended well sometimes, so need to make sure this is all correct. before we play it. .62 again we're going for. We can't spend all day fidgeting over this shot. I think that's just about okay. But it's just all about these fine margins. Blues there with relative ease, and we've screwed back a bit too much. Yeah.
20.
This red, no, it doesn't go through. So that's a shame.
Will determine success or failure here.
No, can't get anything unfortunately. So in line of that, that's a really frustrating miss. Well, not a miss such, but a miss in terms of position. Nothing too hard required. Just off 2 cushions and up in bulk. We'll take that. Not a bad start.
Neil Robertson, 20.
He needs good control over the pace of the white with this shot.
Well, I said there was a reason we're doing 2 videos for this for the decider. Goodness me, I don't blame myself. Now, there's no potting angle here. So, it's 2 cushions again. And back up to bulk. Close to the cushion as possible, and we are right on it. Oh, Ken's having to think here.
He looks like he's trying to get the cue ball tight on the cushion here.
But he's going to try and get it tight on the cushion, and I think he's got the snooker.
That's an excellent shot and a challenging snooker.
Well, I think if we hit off 1 cushion into the reds, we should come out of this. Oh dear, that angle I didn't expect at all. Really didn't expect that angle coming off the cushion. We've missed everything, but he'll play on from here. There's a few reds on. It'd be stupid to make us continue. Well, that was a mishap. And it makes me feel a bit worried, because it's always that fact that in the last frame, if you're sat in your chair, you can't do anything. And all too often have we lost these last frame deciders. I mean, unbelievably, he's snookered himself there. But he's got out of that quite well, apart from leaving this red on. Gonna give this a good whack and try and get the reds moved. That's not too bad. It's a decent split. A little bit hard though, and we would have been snookered ourselves on the red, which never would have been particularly good.
We know what a prolific long potter he is, so I'd assume he'd take this.
And the blues there again. No questions about our long pot credentials.
Really good.
6.
Just all about winning matches. If we come up and pull up here, this should be nicely on the blue. Yeah, no problems there.
7.
Blue should be there, no problem. And it is.
12.
We're well positioned now. For this red anyway. No problems there. And this black should be not a given. Ooh, hang on a bit. It looks like this black goes. But does it? It might just, but I'm not going to trust it. The issue is, there's no backup plan here in terms of position. So it's a very tricky brown. I just don't feel that's going to go in, so a bit of a shot to nothing. Brown looks good. Oh, it's just off. That's painful. It is millimetres off. It hit both cushions and both jaws, and it's off.
Neil Robertson, 13.
I don't know what he's playing. Well, he's just about to manage to get it through. On the human eye quickly, I wouldn't have said that it got through, but obviously Ken had assessed that, and he thought it did. And Ken's back in with a chance here.
He's looking at this red.
How many reds is that? 7 reds left? Good pot to the middle. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So we only got 5 5 reds left. And he's gone for the colour, but he's missed it. Well, that was a clanger. That was a real clanger, that is, Ken.
Ken Doherty, 7.
That's a good colour, we'll take that. Maybe trying to crowd that pocket. Not really sure what he's trying to do. That might have been deliberate, I'm not sure. Answers on a postcard about that one. We're going to unclutter that pocket and put the green in. There we go. That collision with the yellow's not going to help. Do not snooker yourself.
4.
Let's see what sort of potting angle we got here. Again, bit of a shot to nothing. Ooh, missed that. No, oppositional play still holds something to... I think that certainly holds something to be, yeah.
He'll be annoyed with that.
Can't even think of the word.
Robertson, 4.
We still need to improve, basically, on position. Ooh, blimey, that was close. Is he safe? No. Well, he won't like that. Got to pot this, though, first, for him to not like it.
Not overhitting this.
Oh, my goodness me. We've let Ken in again here. He's not took opportunities before, but this time I think he will. Oh dear.
1.
Well, could be the end.
Well, that's a surprise.
Oh, he's missed the yellow. It's quite unbelievable. None of us seem to want this. It's almost like the Premier League battle for the top 4. No one wants the top 4. No one wants it. That's not bad. That puts us half decently on the pink.
This looks relatively easy.
And the pink's there. No problems with that one.
Very well played.
7.
Get on the red and get back up. I mean, it is advantageous now. But you have seen plenty of these deciders where... Let's say things have gone a little bit wrong. I think this brown at the table is probably our best hope. I would say. But where's the cue ball going to go? Can't quite tell.
He's taking the pot on.
Brown's there, no problem.
Brilliant.
But funnily enough, we've ended up in pretty decent position.
Inch perfect.
And that was a fluke. I didn't expect that at all. Just wanted to get the pot, really. But just a few more pots, and we will secure what we deserved, really, in the last frame, and that's victory.
13.
Right. Oof, tricky position here. Can't really make any, unfortunately. Got to really come back to where we are now.
Just the pink needed here.
But just the pink needed.
No issue.
But all the same,
That should effectively remove any
we'd like
idea
to
of the opponent's
lengthen
hand.
the amount we've got, just to facilitate for if there's any sort of foul. But that wasn't too bad, actually. The red will pretty much secure it. Not sure what the camera angle's going for there. Probably a hint that we weren't going to pot that. But with that, we could have been
Neil Robertson, 9.
41 ahead with only 27 left. Now Ken Doherty fancies this. But we're going to go for a pot. Might be gullible, but we're going to go for it. And at the second time of asking, we've missed it again. Well, it's always when you've played it, oh, well, you should have played a safety.
Very careful with the pace here.
It's all well and good saying that, but it's, at the time
Great
it's
shot.
not.
That's a really good
Try and get this safe for in the middle pocket.
He's attempting to get
Well, I don't know where the cue ball's gone, God blimey. We're very close to getting a snooker there, just out of the blue. But blimey, both balls have moved a crazy amount up the table.
Pace is absolutely critical.
Did he hit the red there?
Foul. Neil Robertson.
No, I didn't think he did.
No real advantage, and he's asked his opponent.
Very
to
bizarre.
come here.
And he's going to, well, we forced him to continue and he'd had enough.
And match. Neil Robertson.
That was a bit of an anticlimax, wasn't it? A real anticlimax. And with only a highest break of 39, we have won. 3-2. Can't believe how much an anticlimax that was. Goodness me, apologies about that, but we have won. Don't know why I'm apologising. We're very happy with that. We are through to the second round, the last 32 of the tournament. Who have we got next? It's Graham Dott. Oh, that's a tough game. That's a tougher game than you'd think. Funnily enough, ranked 21st. That was Yan Bing Tao. Has he moved up? Probably has, because he's beat us. Yeah, Yan Bing Tao's moved up to 20th. But Graham Dott in 21st. That's a very tricky game at this stage. Very tricky match. Interesting. I'm up for this. I'm up for this battle against Graham Dott. A very tricky one. Some cushy prize money if we win this one. 13.5 grand. And, well, I'm quite happy with that game. I think it's a good matchup. We've got to be at our best. And I think it's probably up there with the hardest game that we've played with Kyron Wilson and Sean Murphy. But it's one I'm willing to take on. So we've played Ken Doherty. We're going to do this the hard way. We're playing a former champ. And Graham Dott, of course, a former world champion as well. But we're a world champion. We can do this. Let's see how we get on. But that'll be tomorrow's episode. Subscribe to make sure you see that video when it comes out. But I'm TIJ Gaming. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.